Good morning to one and all. Today's topic is skin grafting. It is a continuation of the Burns disease. Before going to the topic, we must know the proper anatomy. We are in the layers of skin, epidermis and dermis. Epidermis is concerned with the protective barrier against the mechanical damage or microbial infections or any kind of water loss has been controlled by the epidermis. In case of dermis, gives a mechanical strength and sensation, and thermoregulation is a major concern for the dermis. Then coming into the skin grafting, it is a patch of skin that is removed by surgery from one area of the body and it is transplanted or attached to the affected area. After the burn injury, depending upon the nature of burn injury and surface area, a healthy portion of the same person has been removed and it has been replaced in that area. That is called as skin grafting. It is a permanent one. Depending upon the burn injury, there are temporary skin graftings are there. It is mainly a biological cover as well as it maintains a thermoregulation. Okay, coming into the various types of skin grafting, you can just see it is a autograft, allograft, xenograft, full thickness, split thickness, composite skin graft, artificial skin graft, pinch and pedicle skin grafting. Then coming into the autograft, the skin graft obtained from the another part of the body which is undamaged and healthy, because when you're going for the other persons, that is from stored ones, it is somewhat having a compatible reactions with the body, so that first preference they will always go for the autograft. Okay, the next one is an allograft, is already which has been collected and stored in a proper manner. Okay, from that the tissue has been taken and gone for the replacement. It is called as allograft. The next one is a xenograft. In case of gluteal region injuries, burn injuries, a massive tissue has been required, fat tissues. For this kind of grafting, xenograft is prepared. This prepared xenograft is taken from the pig, is from animal. Okay. Then coming into the full thickness as well as split thickness. In burn injuries, various layers of skin can be involved in the burn injury. In case of full thickness, epidermis and dermis has been involved in the entire burn injury, we can go for the full thickness skin grafting. In case of split thickness, partial portion of the epidermis and some portion of dermis has been involved, means we can go for the split thickness skin grafting. And then coming into the composite skin grafting, this skin graft is made a combination of skin, either fat or cartilage or only dermis or only fat. A specific portion can be done. This is called as a composite. That is a small portion where the abundant tissue, cartilage is affected, we can replace only with cartilage, or fat is affected only with fat. That kind of skin grafting in case of composite. When coming into the artificial skin grafting, it consists of synthetic materials. It cannot be generated by other allograft or xenograft. We can make an artificial synthesis of epidermis and collagen based fibers. This kind of skin grafting is called as artificial skin grafting. Then coming into pinch skin graft, there is a multiple puckered injuries. Burn injuries have occurred, means a small pinch of skin has been taken and placed in that area. Is mostly seen in the infectious disease individuals where the poor wound healing property is massive. Such kind of skin grafts has been done for the pinch skin graft. Okay, pedicle skin grafting, that is like twins. Some portion of the body has been continuously attached with one another, so that one portion of the body which gives the entire support or revascularization of the entire structure in that area. After the full development of that recipient one, this pedicle skin grafting has been cutted off. Such kind of skin grafting is called as pedicle skin grafting. Mostly the twin injuries occurring when there is a abundant tissue has been lost, so that is a adhesion of entire body has been done. Okay, the next pathophysiology. After the skin grafting, the grafted skin has to be compatible with the host. For that, then various process has been involving in that neovascularization and revascularization. New blood vessels will be formed. Then combination of old and new blood vessels will occur. Then the wound healing process which has been initiated, fibroblast proliferation has been more prominent. Then collagen linkage. These collagen fibers are start secreting in that area. Within 48 hours, the major amount of blood supply has to be established. Then capillary blood has to be getting more contact with the grafting. Blood flow has been like a normal skin blood flow has been occurred. Once all this kind of neovascularization is occurred means skin graft becomes pink. It indicates a good healthy skin grafting has been accepted by our body. Then coming into the factors affecting the skin grafting, when the approximate size has been not maintained, excessive skin grafting has been patched over the skin grafting area means it can result in some sort of complications. Then patient's immune system is not accepting the replaced one, so that it can result in the immunological reactions. We can able to see the infection in that area. Then over pressurization of that wound healing and dressings has to be result in infections. Okay. Then proper dressing has to be done, otherwise it can go for the various infections. Along with the normal healthy skin also can go for the infection. As a pre-operative preparation, concern must be taken. What kind of skin grafting is going for, then what are the complications, sequences he may face, those things has to be written in the concern. Then hemogram, radiography, wound management, care, then proper antibiotics in case of severe infective background. Then complications, donor site morbidity. That means the donor who is giving the skin graft has to be healthy, apparently healthy, then only he can able to give that. Then some some cases there is a poor cosmosis, it can result in disfigurement. The commonest infections we can able to see like staphylococcus is predominant, so to avoid that, better to take antibiotic treatment during this skin grafting period. That's all about the skin grafting. Thank you.